Hello and welcome to our game of War of the Burning Sky, an adventure path by EN Publishing. We are the Tuesday Nights, and my name is Justin. I am the GM for our game. Let's go through our players.
Hi, I'm Rebecca, and I play Myetharia, the High Elf Fighter Cleric.
Hi, I'm Cassie, and I play Winry, the Tabaxi Monk.
Hi, I'm Ryan. I play Rev, the Halfling Thief.
Hi, I'm Stephanie. I play Bryn, the Half-Orc Cleric.
And I'm Rob. I play Jack, the High Elf Wizard.
Arriving back in Seaquen in a fiery blaze, the party quickly heads to Simeon in order to report. Mobbed by the townsfolk on the way there, a celebration ensues, with Bryn holding the torch high. Upon arriving back at Lyceum, though, they learn from Simeon that their initial book of intelligence informed of a weapon, a so-called weapon of mass destruction or something similar to this. And a new mission has now come up to take the fight to the Regessians in order to disable this weapon before it can wreak havoc. 6 days pass between the time when the party arrives. Yeah, 6 days. Yep. Thanks for laughing, Becca. I don't care what I said before. I don't remember what I said before. It is 6 days, regardless of what I said before.
Fuck it, we're doing it live.
Have passed between the time when you have arrived back in Seaquen and the time that this meeting is to take place. In the meantime, there were a few events that went undiscussed last time. We can start going through with, we'll say, Jack's stuff, because I know that he talked to me on the side first.
Oh, first. Eat it, suckers.
Nerd.
All of today.
Yeah, but I was...
Who talked to Justin today?
But I was first.
Hey, Justin, I want to ask a quick question. Are you playing any music right now?
In Roll20, yes. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the first thing we did was partied all night. Some with Winry and Myetharia, some with just Winry, maybe some by myself. Then the next day I started in on my stuff. So I'm going to again hire a bunch of research assistants to continue to go through the library and see if they can find more information on the eagle. I'm going to help out intermittently, but what? Couldn't help yourself, huh?
Couldn't.
So I'm going in between doing that and also copying down a bunch of spells into my spell book.
Which Rob sat and calculated out which spells he wanted and how long it would take over the weekend.
I had a spreadsheet.
Nice.
I went through all the wizard spells, decided which ones I really wanted, and then figured out if I had time or money to do it.
That's proper D&D work right there. If you're not working with a spreadsheet, you haven't worked hard enough.
I don't know how you could do a wizard without a spreadsheet. It's ridiculous.
I just did a notepad.
Well, good for you. And you are always stressed about spells. Seems like one of us is doing it right. So I'm going in between those, but also Winry at some point is going to join me in the library, and we're going to research some stuff together. And then she and I have a little thing that we can maybe talk about later.
Or just talk about it now and then we can go into Winry stuff.
I don't know. Do you want to go to Winry stuff? I don't know. I'm going to save it till after Winry talks.
Well, in the library, I wanted to research the chromatic death cheese.
I would like for you to make a... But there's not a great skill for that, is there? I want to say history, I guess.
You sure?
For research, right? Investigation. Sure, we can do investigation.
Oh gosh.
If you are willing I was hoping that I could help her out with that. Like, I imagine she comes into the library sometime while I'm researching, and I'm like, "Hey," and she's like, "Let's research this," and I'm like, "Okay." It'll be a fun little research session.
Winry, you can take advantage on it too. Why not?
Ah.
19.
Ooh.
Not bad. So it doesn't, or it's not an easy thing for you to find. But in the end, you end up finding a collection of papers or of researching into rare and magically infused foods.
Encyclopedia of cheese.
Yeah, well, in this case, it's a little bit more. It's about how to infuse food with magic, basically. And so there's like discussions on various spells that conjure food, things like this. But then there's also a secondary discussion on how to use the arcane in cooking, basically, like actual cooking, and create dishes that have magical effects and things like this. In here, you hear reference to a legendary fromage de la mort, which definitely is not cheese of death in French.
That's great.
But you don't have any way of recreating it or making more of it or anything like this. It seems to be some sort of mythical item or reference in history that is talked about.
Does it talk about what it actually does?
It talks about what it was rumored to do, yes. Which it is the same things that I had talked about before. It is rumored to have been the best thing that you've ever eaten by means of killing you and resurrecting
By process
you
of elimination. By tabula rasa, it's the best thing you've ever had.
Whether or not that this is a expression, so to speak, or reality is unclear, because it is just rumor, but that is what you can find about it.
You think that by chewing ice slowly, it's quieter, but it is not.
Not for you.
Takes longer.
Just go for it really fast.
Anything
So
else?
Winry and I have like an impromptu
Library date.
by researching together.
On the other side of things, I guess I can say, your research into the the Storm Chaser Eagle is very difficult right now. There's having to dig through archaic texts and minute details from stories and nursery rhymes and things like this. It is taking longer and longer to find anything of interest or anything new at this point in time. They're still piecing things together by the time that the council begins.
Okay. Fair enough.
Can I learn something about purple worms?
What would you like to know about purple worms, beyond that they are very expensive to get the poison from?
Are they purple?
Where do they live? Where can I find them?
We're going to start purple worm hunting here.
I'm gonna go.
I want
A new
I
side
want
quest.
that. I want
Screw
that
your
poison.
side quest,
We have
Justin.
6 days. We have 6 days, okay?
I
No,
want
we're dumping the main quest. We're becoming Monster Hunter.
want to get that poison.
So, purple worms are said to come from the mountains north of Regesia.
1 second
The
though.
hinterlands, so to speak.
This is
Even
the scene though.
further.
Winry and Jack are in the library, and then Rev comes strolling in, and they're like, "Oh, what? Are you drunk?"
You're fine.
Like,
Purple worms.
Jack,
I'll
you should help him.
I'm gonna grunt at them.
I'll go up to him and be like, "Hey, buddy, there's no darts in here."
Oh gosh,
Get lost?
you lost?
You find
It's
your
good.
mommy.
It's great to
The
see you, though. Find your
very-
mommy.
Very funny. Very funny. Listen,
I want to find out something about purple worms. Just leave me alone while I do that.
Wait,
And
do
I'm
you
gonna
need help
start
researching?
I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start trying to like walk away, and then I'll stop, and I'll be like,
Yes.
"Can you point me to the section that might have something about purple worms?"
Oh yeah, the purple worm
totally
section. That's very.
Oh, yeah.
Get over here.
It's right. It's right. You know, P. Go to P.
If he points the direction, yeah, thanks. And I'll head out that
Jack
way.
does
No,
it.
I'm going with you. I'm like, you might want to start here, and I'll grab like 3 or 4 books and be like, check these out. And then there's also this encyclopedia. I found it very enlightening and hand that to you. I eventually pull out a book that's like as big as you and hand it to you.
There's too much reading here. Is there maybe one with pictures?
Yeah, sure. And I'll like lead him over to like the kids' corner where there's all the books that have been colored in.
The kids.
Purple worm.
Native
Well,
to northern Regesia.
Is there anything? I'm like flipping through, and I'm like, is there anything in here about how to kill him?
Not so much about murder in children's books, probably, but there are these
okay.
ones by the Grimm brothers that you don't want to read without some lights on, but there's nothing about purple worms in there, unfortunately.
What you can tell from the pictures in said book is that these purple worms are gargantuan.
Nope, that's
They
for
are-
over. Keep flipping.
Yeah, they are
Rover's purple, right?
like people swallowers, or more than that, really. They're like large monster swallowers.
Do you have to kill them to get their poison?
It's going to be really difficult to get your poison otherwise. They're not like a harvestable creature where they
You just
will
ask
calm
nicely.
and docile and you can like walk up and milk them.
Milk them for their poison.
Could I possibly
Oh.
sneak up on one and milk
I
it?
mean, you can certainly try if you get there.
And milk it, he says.
I mean, I
How many-
I can show you.
How many?
You've seen the pictures of them, right?
I think you showed me a picture. It looks like the dune sandworm.
Yeah.
So what?
Yeah.
I'll show a picture to Jack and say, "What do you think? Do you think I could take him?"
I want to imagine
You
that
might
it's
want-
a picture that Justin sent us too. Do you think I could take
It's
it?
in a children's book, so it's got big googly eyes and you know, Rev, if I've learned anything about you, it's if you put your mind to something, you can accomplish it. So I'm sure that you can find a way. Maybe ask for help, though.
Yeah, I don't think I could take it. This thing looks like it'll eat me a hole. I'll put
You
it
know,
back
I'm glad
down and
you
I'll
said
say,
it. I didn't want to discourage you, but I'm glad you said it.
"Yeah, okay." I don't know. Maybe I'll have to figure something out about getting that purple worm poison, man. It was really good, wasn't it? Really worked pretty well.
It was a stroke of genius, and if we could let you have that all the time, it would be
Lethal.
devastating.
Oh my.
That is
Get
a
like
map
the.
of the inside.
Why is it the
Purple worm.
inside?
In case you ever get hit by one.
Oh
It's
my
for when you
goodness,
kill
like
one
that.
and then you go inside it, yeah, and you fight the stuff that it swallowed
Ooh.
Fight the
in order
stuff that
to
is
harvest
swallowed.
dead?
its poison.
Wow.
Well, I want to play that campaign now.
I mean, we have the we have the
We
torch.
have the technology.
We can build it better.
Its insides have a map. Let's
Awesome.
So one shot, our next one shot. Just go fight a purple worm.
Well, we could probably, let's see, get there and back in a little while. We have a couple days, right? Do we want to go kill a purple worm?
Kill a purple what?
Worm.
Winry, what are you doing in the kids section?
No, I heard you guys talking about purple worms.
Why would you think that she wouldn't be in a kid's section?
That's very true. That's
She's
where
she's probably written a couple
E
of
is
these
for
books.
cheese.
Oh, C is for cheese.
she pops from behind a bench like, what are you guys looking at? We're like, ah!
And N is for necromantic death cheese. They're all cheese related. G is for Gouda.
Oh, right.
It's an alphabet book, but every letter is a different magical cheese.
C is for chromatic lights cheese. Yeah, no, that didn't work. All right, so yeah, I'm sorry. So we can go into do we want to go kill a purple worm for me? It's okay if you don't want to. If you guys want to go and skip ahead to the main campaign, don't get distracted with these side quests. I know Justin is like, please don't make me do a purple. Please don't make me do a purple worm encounter right now.
Yeah,
No,
if you were going to do a side quest, when you want to go find Ming, not kill a purple worm. Is the purple worm important before you get to him?
How do you think I plan on killing Ming?
Stabbing him a bunch of times.
With a purple worm infused poison dagger.
Could come in handy.
Well, as much fun as that would be, I think Simeon also said that we have no idea when this attack is going to come. So I don't know if us being off on a adventure when the attack happens would be the best.
Okay, well,
And Bryn wouldn't be able to come with us because she's supposed to stay from scrying.
oh, that's right. We weren't supposed to take the torch anywhere. Where we?
Like, we finally got the legendary torch. Let's go fight a purple worm
And
with
get
it real
eaten
quick.
up because you know that's the first thing that's gonna happen to me with the freaking torch.
And that means she probably can't leave to get to go get Ming either. Try and kill Ming. In that case, you know what? I'll just leave the library dejected and sad.
Oh, but you found stuff and you found cool pictures.
Yeah. I just wanted my poison.
We'll get there.
I'll be
Together.
I'll be at the Royale if you need me.
We have lots of money. I'm not there.
This
Never mind.
is a library. You could check this book out, and I hold out the picture book. Like, you could take this with you.
Or we could copy it.
No, I've got what I need.
You pull out colored pencils, and you're just ready to go.
She's got like
Is it
colored pencils
copy
and
machine?
crayons.
Gel markers.
That's
Copy
what Winry would
machine.
need.
That's right.
Winry would have
Gel
gel
markers.
markers.
Okay.
Gel pens.
Yeah.
Yeah, she would definitely have
This
gel
is
pens.
this isn't like a public library though. This is probably the Lyceum probably don't let you check out books, to be honest.
They wouldn't let you take it off campus, so to speak. You could take it back to your room if you wanted to, but they are enchanted in order to allow them to stay within the walls or to set off an alarm if they try to get taken outside.
Well,
Well,
according
in
to Winry, we can just Xerox them for 25 cents a page real quick.
So, all right, I'll be at the Royale.
Is that all you're going to do, Winry, or is there more?
No, there's more.
Do it!
Oh, Rev, come back. I
Me?
found something for you last night,
Oh, yeah.
and I'll hand him the netball article. It's you from a long It's Raylan from a long time ago.
I'll look at it. So this is a clip of me or Rayland as a 12-year-old, or like before I went off to secondary.
Yep. Kind of like as a primary school sort of thing. And it's like a write-up with a hand-drawn image that got copy pasted, so to speak, for a letter.
So do I have a nickname like Baby Gronk or something? I need it says like
This
baby. I don't know. I just thought I like the idea of a 12-year-old being highlighted. I must have been pretty good.
Maybe Ruth.
I'm just trying to think about how I feel about it. Sorry, I should have thought of this before. I'm just yeah. This is pretty interesting. Do I remember this?
That's actually a very interesting question that I don't know if you want to hear the answer to out loud.
Really? Wait,
Okay.
do you know
So
the answer,
you
or should I
it out
know?
loud.
Because I could also just improvise this, because I think I probably would.
I was going to say, so I think you would not know it immediately, but there would be this inkling of familiarity when you look at it, where it's like,
Okay.
oh, yeah. I do remember that kind of thing, where it's like, that's right, and it kind of like is growing in your mind as you're thinking about it.
So did that happen then when you had the vision from the temple? Like, you didn't remember it, but then you had an inkling about it?
Which one are you talking about? The vision? The one with Leska?
Mm-hmm.
Beats, man. Actually, yes. And I'm actually going to hand it back to her and think or say, yeah, but I have a feeling this isn't me anymore. And hand it to her.
Okay. I just thought you might want to see it.
Yeah.
You're not sad, are you?
Well, I missed the game. And I'll
I'm not the player.
walk back to... I missed the player, and I missed the player in the game.
The boy I used to be.
Don't hate either of them.
As you kind of turn to walk away, Rev, you can't help but think about who you were before all of this began. Who your family used to be before your new family. But that's all that I have to say.
I also think about... I have to look up his name. 1 second. This is taking longer than I thought it would.
What else you got, Winry?
But you can describe him for me if you want. I can try for you.
It also makes me think about one of my clones from one of the clones, and their little pang of jealousy. This is editorializing, but some jealousy too. So I thought I was going to say his name, but I decided not to.
You couldn't think of an R name fast enough?
No, I have. Just like the wizard spreadsheet, I also have a spreadsheet of clones. So
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Seems like you're the odd one out here.
everybody needs a spreadsheet.
For?
Becca totally has a spreadsheet.
She has 5 spreadsheets.
Not. I just have my one Google Doc that's just full of everything.
Oh, so she has the information just disorganized. If it was in an Excel
Yeah.
sheet, organized.
Not from the Excel
My
generator.
backstory's in a Google Doc.
I have one more thing I want to do before I get back to Jack.
Okay.
I would like to find a magic and talk to the shopkeep.
Okay.
I should have talked to you beforehand.
No, you're fine.
I heard magic shit.
Gotta find that magic shit.
Hello, is this where you buy magic shit?
I want to try to see if I can have something if it's possible to have something made of what I'm thinking of.
Okay.
I want to see if I can have something made, kind of like scrying, but not on a person. So you can scry on the sky from inside.
I see what you're looking for. We could probably make up something for you like that.
Okay. I don't know. I was thinking like that look like binoculars, but they like send you outside. But if you can't go outside, you can use them inside.
You have a particular place in mind?
Oh, geez, I would. Can I get back to you on that?
Absolutely.
Well, do you know how much that would cost?
Fairly complicated magic, but I think we could probably run you somewhere around 300 gold.
Okay. Thank you.
Absolutely.
I also buy some healing potions.
Okay. We'll get started on it. You just let me know where so we can finalize it.
Okay, thank you. Do I have to put down a deposit?
If you can, it'd be great.
I'll put down a deposit of... Holding.
Winry, so great
Is
at
she
bartering.
building necklaces worth 50 gold?
You're gonna barter with him? Okay. You know what? Sure. He'll take a look at him. He's gonna look
Just like, I
very
ain't fucking doing
confused
this.
for a minute. Like, you know what? That's fine. That's fine.
Okay, I will definitely be back though.
It's gonna take us a few days, but.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then, I'm gonna try to get a cute outfit. I don't know what people wear. Cute cat people wear.
For a date?
A colorful dress to wear. Blue dress. Then I'm gonna go find Jack.
Okay.
I wish one of us was artistic enough to draw good pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Justin, are you playing
He's very
music?
busy.
Am I not? I hear it.
Right?
I hear
Yeah,
it.
it's not coming through on our end, but I'm sure it's just us.
Say that's the second person that's asked now, so I'm getting a little suspicious.
I don't do.
No, I'm sure.
No,
it's
I
just
know
on
you
our
don't.
end.
You're an evil person
Wait, let me.
who hates fun.
Whoa.
Well,
Whoa
Jeez,
there.
that was.
We are getting heavy tonight.
Anyway,
Yeah,
so
I hear it.
you go. Don't worry. You go and find Jack. You said
In the library, probably.
okay. I'm
It
sure.
just showed up on ours.
Just change song. So
Oh, all right. And I will see Winry's pretty dress, and I'll use my cloak to get a really sharp and fancy suit that kind of matches her color palette.
You don't know
And
about that.
Winry and I are going to go on a date to see the Wayfarers perform. Because it's
Whatever they got
something we both
going on there.
love. And we also haven't really seen a performance. We tried out and we saw
Part of it.
most of a performance, but we didn't get to just sit down and enjoy it
Enjoy
together.
it.
So without having to save lives or end wars or anything like that. So
Chase someone into a hurricane.
chase someone into a hurricane. Gosh, that's probably my favorite part of this campaign. It's adorable.
okay.
And we have a nice time.
They're doing a more simple performance these days, something a little less heavy, trying to raise spirits. And so the play that's being performed right now is called My Bear Lady. It's a
A bear? Like a bear? Or like a
not bears in naked, bears in the
Oh,
animal.
I love it. Very nice. Very
I could
nice.
eat honey all night.
It's a little bit more of a humorous and enjoyable, fanciful tale of That ends with romance, though, of course, as all good plays
Yes.
must.
I can't think of any other.
During this performance, can I while I'm like watching and like holding Jack's hand, enjoying it, can I like, I guess once I blink it, can I look to the person next to me and see if they have any?
Gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Take a brief moment to try to rob somebody in the middle of the play.
While
Absolutely.
I'm holding
Nice.
Jack's hand and
Shiny.
enjoying it.
Absolutely. Go ahead and make an
Oh,
investigation check.
gosh.
I'm going to have you make this, though, at disadvantage. Oh,
So-
no. Investigation is fine. Sleight of hand will be at disadvantage because you only have one hand.
Okay, well,
Can I roll 2?
Sure.
Because I also can see that I would see her like scoping things out, and I want to help her out.
Sure.
Oh no.
17. You're gonna help me, you're not gonna stop me?
Yep, investigation.
19.
Whoa.
So both of you scout out 2 potential interesting people, like one each. Winry, you can see a guy in the crowd who's well dressed, seemingly looking a little bit rougher though, despite his nice looking attire. And you can see that he's playing with what looks to be a 6-sided die in his hand. He's kind of fiddling it around between his fingers as though it's like a fidget thing that he does when he's not paying attention or thinking of other things.
Excuse me.
Jack, you can sense that nearby, one of the people sitting just in front of you guys has some small magical item in their pocket. You can't make out for sure what it is, but you know that it is conjuration magic.
Ooh.
I think it's conjuration. I should make sure of that before I...
In their pocket?
Mhm.
So like I don't
sense
see
that
it, but
there's
I know
something
it's
very
there.
small. It's evocation, sorry. A very small item of evocation magic.
Okay. I'll lean over to Winry and say,
In your head.
"Oh yeah!" I'll grab the harmonica and I will say to Winry, "There's a guy right in front of us, and he has some kind of magic item in his pocket. Can sense it."
That might be easier to get than this guy I saw over here, twiddling with the die in his hand.
Oh, you think so? Think getting into someone's pocket in a dark theater while we're watching a play is easier than snatching something out of a dude's hand?
Without him noticing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true, because he's playing with it currently.
In front of us.
I want to play with something, but they all make noise and you guys yell at me.
Not all of us, just one person in particular.
Okay, here's the deal. I can get the guy that's got the thing in his pocket to not move for a few seconds. If you think you can get to his pocket without people noticing, and without him really noticing, then I think you can get something really cool.
Is it somatic?
Would he
Or is
know
it-
that he is not able to move?
Reading.
I'm intrigued what this is too.
Yeah.
This is momentary stasis. It is
Oh,
one
okay.
of my
Okay.
class features.
It's not a-
It doesn't say that they know.
There's no components in there too?
Nope. It's
Like
just
no
an action.
No vocals or...
It's a feat.
Mm-mm.
Wow.
It's actually a pretty strong ability that I've never used. Excuse me.
Probably doesn't last long, right?
It lasts to the end of my next turn. It lasts like 12 seconds.
So I will say, he is going to notice, so to speak. I feel
Yeah,
like...
I'll probably notice passage of time.
Yeah.
Is this person? Did they sell alcohol there?
It'll be like sleep paralysis for a second for this guy.
No,
Yeah,
it'll be
yeah.
like Maricy's ability, where like if he's not paying attention, suddenly like everything kind of moves faster.
Like he might have just thought he fell asleep.
Yeah.
I'll probably have him like I'll make a check, so to speak, in the background to see if he notices that anything weird happened.
Okay.
That's fine. Are you game, Winry?
Absolutely.
Okay, ready?
Wait, what is this called?
Momentary
What, my
stasis.
ability?
Momentary
stasis. Okay, ready? 3,
Uh-huh.
2, 1. Go, I cast it. He's got to make a Constitution saving throw, DC 18.
He fails.
Good luck, sucker.
He fails.
Okay,
I
he
will
freezes for 12
bend
seconds.
down, like in the aisle, and then try to reach
6 seconds, right?
to get to his
To
pocket.
the end of his next turn.
6 seconds-ish. Anyway, you're going to lay down in the aisle?
No, like, bend. I'm going to pretend to drop him.
Oh, okay.
And then I'm going to bend down and, like, kneel and reach between the seats to his pocket.
Sure, okay. Go ahead and make first a stealth check. I'm curious to see if anyone around you notices first.
With a friend.
No.
Not Jack. Jack's not my friend.
This is not the same kind of sneaking here that would be fitting for sneaking in
Because it's like
fandom.
stealth and performance mixed
Fun.
together.
28.
Okay,
Oh my
you're
gosh.
fine. Nobody notices you doing anything strange when you do this. Make a sleight of hand check. If Jack is no longer holding your hand, you can make it with advantage here.
Oh no, I let her
Because he's
do her
frozen.
magic.
So,
4.
okay. You slide what appears to be a small book of matches out of his pocket.
Ooh.
I'll sit back down, put it like underneath my palm.
Okay.
And then slide my hands over to Jack. Put it on his book.
And a moment later, you see the guy in front of you kind of like start for just a split second and look around.
As soon as I
refocus
notice
back in.
it, as soon as I notice it goes, I'm gonna reach forward and poke him and say, "Hey, wake up, man! We're trying to enjoy the show."
All right, make a deception check then.
All right, I'm game. Natural 1.
Oh no! Jack, stop bothering the patrons!
He looks over his shoulder at you and like, what are you? He kind of
I'm
like,
gonna use another ability. I'm gonna use Chronal Shift. I'm gonna re-roll it. I shift time again and try one more time.
you see the possibilities of this
6.
going poorly,
6.
and instead it only goes moderately poorly. He kind of looks confused as you say that. He's,
Natural 4.
I wasn't following it. And then someone else is like, shh. He's oh, sorry. And he goes back to watching the performance.
I'll grab my harmonica and I'll say, "I've never helped you with that before. That was awesome."
She's like, please don't help
would
me
you?
anymore.
Let's steal
Right?
more
You
stuff.
made that a little harder than normal.
It's my first time.
We'll get there.
With practice, as we steal more stuff.
Not stealing.
Borrow. Well,
Can you find out what they do without interrupting everything? Can you go to the bathroom and find out?
You need to be able to put him back before the end of the performance,
Right.
after all.
Yep.
yeah, let's wait for the intermission and then I'll take a long bathroom break.
Sure. You
As
know,
I
I'm
lay out
totally, I'm into
components and
this.
burn incense in the
Yeah.
in the bathroom.
Definitely
Wow.
doesn't look like you're doing some illicit drugs in the bathroom.
Occupied.
Occupado.
So this matchbook has a unique property where when you strike the match, instead of it igniting, whatever you're looking at ignites.
Whoa.
Jeez.
Whoa.
Tense.
What's he doing with this?
Lighting a cigarette.
I go back to Winry and I'm
Okay.
like, I know normally you borrow things, but maybe we should keep this one. I think this guy might have been a bad dude.
But then if we keep it, aren't we bad dudes?
Not if we're stopping a bad dude from doing bad dude things. I'd call us good dudes in that situation.
Dude.
You can keep it as long as you hold on to it.
Replace it with something of equal value.
No. I just don't want to have it.
It feels very uncomfortable stealing.
Is this the dude that looked like he was wearing nice clothes but looked rough?
Nope, that was the other dude.
One. Die, dude.
We can give it back if you want, but I just don't really know what you would use this for other than bad things. So
Besides lighting your fireplace.
Sure.
Your pipe. The other
dude who just called you a bad name.
The other side note, by the way, is that it doesn't use the match because it doesn't actually ignite. So it's like an infinite fire source in a way.
All right, fair enough. If you want to give it back, I don't want to make you uncomfortable, Winry. We can give it back. I just probably won't talk this time.
No, we can keep it.
Are you sure? I feel like our first theft and I'm shit, or our first job together, and I feel like I'm shifting your morality on this. Is this what happens? Is this how you get in too deep?
I think.
I didn't hear what you said. Sorry, I was too excited about my joke.
I don't remember what I said. I already kept the newspaper clipping, and nothing bad happens.
Oh boy.
Yet.
So let's keep this too. Let's go finish up the rest of the performance. I'll grab your hand and pull you along.
Petty theft and...
Oh, I feel bad. I feel like I've corrupted Winry.
You were with her both times.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, you're right. All right, we're gonna go on with it. I'm gonna keep it and put it in the bag of holding.
Okay.
Oh boy. Guess
And we have a
100
nice date. We
episodes to get Winry to steal.
And it happened.
Write it in your thing.
I'm just throwing it out there. We probably do some smooching too. Just saying.
Oh.
I mean, it's a fun date. What else do you have for fun dates? Handshake and say goodnight?
That's what I do.
That's how
Cassie's like, yeah,
are made.
A pat on the head and
pleasure seeing you this eve.
You on the morrow.
spin on Kane and walk away. Anyway, anything else for you guys?
No, we took up like an hour's time.
You did take up
Yeah,
quite a while.
sorry everybody.
It's okay. We thought we were getting to a war council tonight,
Yeah, no way. Okay, we're done.
Bryn, I know that you had some other things to take care of.
So why would I need you?
Get the heck out of here.
So as from last episode when Rev and I went up to the top of the tower and I was showing him the stars, I saw and did not mention that Brent's star seemed to be fading. At that point, I had not had Scry prepared, but so the next morning, that one of the first things that I do would be prepare that spell and then Scry on him.
Hold up, I need to roll for him. Okay. When you scry on Brent, you see him. He looks. Did he just say something inappropriate?
No, he ran from the bathroom so he could listen.
Oh. You see him squatting down behind like a stack of boxes around him. He's taking a poo.
Perfect time to observe him.
Behind like a corner with some boxes, and he's like peering around the edge of it as though trying to see or to surreptitiously watch around the corner. And while he's doing so, you can't make out the words, but you can tell that he's whispering to someone nearby as well at the same time.
Does it still look like he's in Gate Pass?
It does look to be like that area, yes.
You had to stop yourself, huh?
I had to read it.
Oh my gosh.
Does he look hurt?
He... Not actively, I'll say. But he definitely has like a full stubbly beard growing in. He's got some cuts and nicks and scrapes and things like this. But he does not look like he's like bleeding or actively hurt or anything like this right now.
For arousal.
As you watch, just as you're like keeping tabs on him, just before the vision fades out for you, he gives a little brief or curt wave to the person that he was whispering to behind him and takes off around the corner, and then the vision fades out as he does so. Kind of kept low, looking like he was sneaking as he took off.
I am relieved knowing that he's not injured or dying or something like that. Okay. Next, I would... Man, there needs to be a higher level sending that's like phone call and not... We're going to have to send it 500 times. We have 6 days. It's fine. So I first message Keth to tell him to come to the Lyceum when he's able, because I'm hanging out and got nothing better to do.
Sure. You get a tentative, yeah, sure. Okay, Mom.
I don't want to hang out with you, Mom. And then I also want to message Ida and see how she's doing. How are things there? I'm back in Seaquen. Oh, what do I want to say? You pushed me to do something different, and now I've kind of become part of history.
Ooh.
You'll never guess what I got. And then I'll leave it like that.
You're gonna tease her?
Yeah, she's my older sister. I'm gonna pick on her.
It's your thing right now. You can't.
You get back. Oh, it's going. It's great. Definitely things are moving on. It sounds really awkward and confused. And then she says, I don't suppose you got yourself a new husband. Ha 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 ha.
Oh, boy. Older sister
Fatality.
Yeah. I'll message back. I was trying to do a joke and you gotta take it there. I got the torch of the burning sky. I'm in Seaquen and I have the torch of the burning sky.
No response.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Pretty funny joke back, sis. Definitely didn't bring it up because your husband's here.
Oh, awkward.
I'll message back. I knew he was there and that
Probably didn't scry on him.
and it seems like he's part of the resistance now. Is he okay. And I'm not joking.
He's focused, I think is the right word. He's a little too focused. She says, about which part?
What is he focused on? Just fighting? And about the torch.
You what? Comes back.
Appropriate.
Who gives a flying crap about him? You what? Why aren't you here?
Ooh.
Full loaded, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Sorry, out of spell slots.
yeah. I'm working with the leaders of the resistance to come up with a plan to fight the scourge and end the war.
Tell them to hurry before the dragon takes more food.
Didn't
I don't mean coal tongue. I mean a literal dragon.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Didn't we know that there was a dragon there?
And by food, I mean people.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Jeez. I feel like Shalosha could have mentioned that at some point.
Yeah.
She told us about the dragon. Or somebody did.
Somebody told us about a
Knew about
dragon because I'm not as surprised about that as I should have been.
Yeah.
I'll do theoretically one more.
Okay.
So what is he focused on? He looks different.
From what I can tell, making something of the rest of his life. He doesn't talk much, though. I might be inferring too much.
I'll do a final thanks sis, love you, stay sweet.
Hi.
Deuces. Okay. So that's that.
That's a neat gift, isn't it? Oh my gosh, I forgot that we're going to be gifting now ourselves.
Oh.
No.
Hey, Ryan, your computer didn't explode, did it?
I think he walked off and turned off his video.
Okay.
Okay, but it didn't there's no thing that it took his spot.
It says he's still on, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we could do when Keth comes to visit, or there's at some point, because I imagine I'd be incredibly bored just sitting in the tower. Well, no, because part of the time would be with what's her face?
Sheena.
Sheena.
I'll paint the walls some more. I'm sure there's room somewhere.
I was going to do
Bring us some
legend
books from the
lore
library.
on the torch.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have
Bryn,
to
what are you
open that
doing
up.
here?
Specifically, I think to see what might the missing piece be to make it whole. Which, that was part of the
That's
components
interesting.
that I bought.
Oh.
With my own money. I didn't spend any of the 10 of the diamond
With
money.
my own money.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Hit
If
him
you
with a
want,
good one.
you can look that up and we could do the Keth stuff. What you get when
No,
you got a lot of money.
I think I'm fine.
Okay.
You just have to give me a minute to kind of phrase it.
Yep. So while he's doing that, I'll tell you guys what legend lore is.
Sure, yeah,
It
go for it.
Does where'd it go? Fourth level. It's a 5th level spell. It can name a person, place, or object, and it brings to your mind a brief summary of the significant lore about the thing you named. The lore might consist of current tales, forgotten stories, or even secret lore that has never been widely known. If the thing you named isn't of legendary importance, you gain no information. The more information you already have about the thing, the more precise and detailed the information you receive is. The information you learn is accurate, but might be couched in figurative language. For example, if you have a mysterious magic axe on hand, the spell might yield this information. Woe to the evildoer whose hand touches the axe. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's just an example. So.
Oh, I'm so close.
Ooh.
Look what you did. You broke the game.
I did.
You
Okay.
broke
Sorry for
you
once.
broke the
No, you're fine. I just had to write something so that I knew exactly what I was going to say.
For once, I had a good idea, guys.
It's a great
This
idea.
femur, you get back a note says, this femur, a mace you now hold, it still is missing a piece of its soul. Down beneath and beyond the gate, in the darkness the other shall wait.
You wrote that just then?
I'm telling you, have to give me a minute to think, okay?
Babe, why don't I get like handwritten poems every day?
Oh shit!
Because you're not as cool as this torch is.
Oh
Yikes.
no!
Oh
We
no!
are just.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, Ryan.
Oh no!
He dropped Lily.
Yeah, he tripped and fell with Lily. So down, you said down beneath.
Yeah, I wish I'd have had time to make this have better meter and everything here, but
That's what we were judging on your meter.
Make it better.
I did have a half rhyme too. Hold and soul is not exactly a great rhyme.
Pretty good.
Beyond the gate. Dang.
Oh, I like it.
All right.
It is still missing better too. Also, poor performance.
Oh, I wish I could write.
That has the better cadence to it.
Be
This
better
femur,
at
a
impromptu
mace
slam poetry.
you now hold. It is still missing a piece of its soul. Down beneath and beyond the gate, in the darkness, the other shall wait. All right, that was pretty good.
You fancy. Cool.
That was a good idea.
So it gives us a little bit of a lead. And
Hey,
then,
you can emote later.
Yeah, well, I guess just if Keth does come to visit or not.
Heth
I guess is an
will
option.
come at some point,
Okay.
And you will hear kind of a tentative, quiet knock at the outside of the door as you
Come in.
call out for him to enter. He will kind of slowly open the door and kind of peer around the corner. Hi, Mom? Should I
Hey.
still call you that?
Yes, you still call me that.
I just... God, this feels so weird.
Yeah, you're telling me.
I don't know. You've gone from. I mean, I guess you were important back at home too, but this isn't the same.
It's not. I want you to know I didn't go looking for this. This isn't
why you left?
Well, yes, so I didn't go looking for me to have it. I wanted to get it for the resistance to protect our home and our family, but it wasn't a personal goal of mine. And I'll tell him a story of how we were chased and just quickly making a decision and how it bonded automatically.
Is that what it's still about for you? About protecting your family? It feels like you've kind of moved past that.
Well, I
don't
mean,
know how you're gonna fade back into obscurity after this. I don't think the farm's gonna be there for you, if that makes sense.
I mean, to be honest, I haven't thought that far. It's been sort of overwhelming this week. But of course I want to. I guess I don't know what I want anymore. Of course I still want to protect our family. I want our family to be safe and our home to be our home. I want you to be safe. I want you to live your life and reach your goals, and I want to be there for you. But I guess even without my part in it, war has uncertainty as to what may come. What do you want?
I don't know. You know, I started all this off by trying to step up for the family, like you'd said, and trying to get everyone to safety, to rally the village and lead us into the walls and all this. And it only ended up with me caught outside. At least I got them in, but me and a handful of others didn't make it, so we headed south instead. That's kind of where you ran into us before. And it's just kind of spiraled from there. I mean, I understand what you mean. But I don't know that I can go back to that farm. I feel like I found more purpose than that out here. But it doesn't stop me missing our family.
I agree. I do. I guess I was kind of afraid to say it out loud. Everyone's still okay. I talked with Aunt Ida.
Gosh, I keep forgetting how powerful you are. You just talk to people across the world.
Apparently I can teleport across the world now too. You want to touch it?
Maybe.
You can hold it.
Does it hurt?
No, it's bonded to me. I have an idea that if I try to not be bonded with it, or if someone tries to break my bond, it'll hurt me, but...
He kind of tentatively reaches out a hand.
And I'll offer it up to him.
It takes it. Huh. It's heavier than you think it should be.
Yeah. Good things we took care of all those livestock and hauling hay around and
Is Dad still family?
Yes. Did you ever end up talking to him? In any way?
I haven't been back.
I didn't know if you'd...
I don't
Or
have the
long
ability
distances
to...
other than me. Do you know what happened?
Gonna make me look back. I don't think you told him.
I
think you
remember
surreptitiously avoided telling specifically what happened.
I think he asked me like something about it, and I said, "Why don't you ask your dad?"
Yeah.
But I didn't know if he knew anything from like when I had left and things like that.
He didn't want to talk about it. The only thing that he'd told us was that you had left to chase your dream. Or chase the stars was how he put it.
What did that make you think of me, if that's why I left?
I mean, it's been hard not to think of being abandoned. But I know you well enough to know that that wasn't it. Or at least that's not the whole story. So I tried to take over your spot somewhat. That's why I was rounding people up and trying to get them into the city when the attack came, and everything else, like, we didn't have you there anymore. Somebody had to do it. I muted it. Still came through Cassie's mic.
Oh, it was Justin. I didn't know what it was, so I ignored it.
I mean, Dad wasn't gonna do it. He was broken.
Keth, your father betrayed me. As strong as I am, as strong as you perceive me to be, he betrayed me, and all I could think was that I was not enough. I didn't do enough. I wasn't enough for him and our family, and I had done something wrong. And I was broken. And that's why I went to Ida's. Your aunt suggested I do something more for the resistance. I was helping with healing in the city and everything. And she did it, I know, just to get my mind off of it, get me out of my funk. But then one thing led to another, and I'm here. We're here. across the world without our family.
He just kind of idly sets the torch down behind him as though discarding something that's in the way, and sits you down on the edge of the bed and just kind of holds hands with you while you're talking.
I would have never left if I didn't know for sure that you couldn't handle life on your own. I would never abandon you. And I'm sorry that you even had the faintest notion that I might have.
He's studying your eyes deeply, and really drinking in every word and forming, putting two and two together, putting things together. And in a moment, he looks down, he says, I saved that man. I can't even say his name. I saved him. And now you tell me this?
Honey, he's still your
I'll
father.
kill him.
No. He is still your father, and he still loves you.
Don't need that, man.
Please. I know this is a lot.
You can teleport me.
I'm still your mother. You're talking like a child, and I'm not going to teleport you. Be the man that I know you are. And that doesn't mean going to run off to beat up your dad.
No. He starts fidgeting a little bit. It's like, no.
I don't know why. I ran that night too. All I ask of you is that in a perfect world, that you talk to him and hear what he has to say. But if you can't do that, then just walk away.
Do you think there was an excuse? A reason?
I don't know, honey. In my mind, what we all had was perfect. We had the perfect family. It was the perfect life. And then that, and then this war, and then nothing's perfect.
I can't promise that I won't kill him, but I can promise I will let him talk first. And if I do, it will be face to face.
Good thing we both said we probably won't end up going home again.
Knew there was more to that. Couldn't accept what he said.
I'm sorry I left you.
You know, he got the pity, right? Most people believe that you just abandoned us. And he didn't. I don't know that he spread the rumors or anything, but everyone just assumes you ran away.
I guess even more so good that it's changed so much. You won't have me back anyway, but we still have... We don't need the little town. We still have Gate Pass. That's as much of our home as the farm.
That's where he is. At least where he was.
Probably got a long way till we end up back there.
Promise me you'll take me? If you go back, promise me you'll take me with.
Yes, son. I promise you.
Okay. That's all I needed. I need to go. I need to, hit stuff really hard.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think Rev's probably been hanging out at the Royale. We can go hit stuff or throw darts or drink.
Yeah, darts.
I got pretty good at those.
Throw it through the board. Oh. Thanks for talking, at least. Sorry it wasn't a more pleasant reunion this time.
I'm always happy to see you, and will always be happy to see you. Please don't do anything stupid. You're still the smart, capable young man that I raised. Don't throw it all away.
Interesting advice. He turns to walk away and notices the torch on the ground that he just sat there, not really thinking about it, and he kind of starts for a moment. Jeez, I'd forgotten it was there.
Yeah.
Kind of picks it up and hands it back to you.
Set it on a table.
He'll be... never know what he lost. And he walks out the door.
I'll just sit on the bed and cry.
Rev, for what it's worth, a few hours after that, a sweaty, angry-looking Keth makes his way into the Royale and orders a large amount of alcohol.
I'm going to keep my distance.
I was going to say, if you wanted to interact, I was just offering it to you, but there was no requirement.
I'll keep an eye on him to make sure he doesn't do something that will, upset Bryn, right? But other than that, I'll keep my distance.
Yeah, he's not entirely
actually, even I'll try and stay hidden even a little bit. I don't want him to see me. I know that he knows me, so.
Bryn, is there anything else that you'd like to do in these 6 days?
Yeah, that covers my list. I'm good. Make another drink.
Sleep.
Myetharia, last check for you. Is there anything else that you would like to do?
I don't think so. I will say, I will say briefly. I do go to Bryn probably early on, probably the night that I got back from partying with Jack and Winry, to say, suppose you're not going to let me update Shalosha.
Okay, so
You said date Shalosha there, but I'm pretty sure it was update.
I said
I heard
update.
update. I heard
I
update.
don't
I'm
think the
so
up
glad
came
someone-
through.
Yeah.
I heard update.
So I'm going to imagine, because all y'all went out partying and I'm stuck in the tower and you come strolling in at 3 a.m. asking to send a message. And I'm
I
like,
was not going to stay out the late because I told them I wanted to come back and spend time with you because you were all by yourself
True.
alone in the tower.
it is. Okay.
She did leave
partying all
not
night.
too late that night.
Okay, that's fair. Yes, that night I would have had still spell slots to do that.
Well, it was very specifically, she would ask, no, we said to spread the word around, but I think enough people know. But if I talk to her, I promised her I would tell her. I promised I would keep her updated and to not lie about anything. So I would tell her that we have the torch. And if you don't feel comfortable with me telling her that, then I won't message her. And we'll keep it between ourselves for now. But I obviously can't send a message to her without your help.
Well, considering we were just chased out of Terranesti by Shahalesti elves, probably
Yes,
your
that was
dad will
that.
tell her. So I think it's okay to tell her.
Right. I'm not entirely sure how this spell works. Are you sure that it can't be intercepted by anyone? No one else will be able to hear it.
No, I don't. I've never heard of such a thing.
Right. I'm just. I know she was worried about some of the things we say to each other being overheard by other people, so. No.
I mean,
Right?
The only thing I could think is maybe if someone was. No, because it's all in my head. No. I don't know how it would be intercepted. I think we're fine.
I didn't actually write anything down because
You don't have to worry too much about word counts. Just talk.
Yeah. To say, well, I said I would update you. We have the torch. We were chased out of Fort Surrendra by the occupying Shahalesti army. Not sure if you're. I'm guessing you're back home now. That's all. Hope you're well.
Good thing I wasn't counting.
I think it's about right. It felt about right, you know.
She says back, I did hear. You're quite the news right now.
Oh.
I haven't quite returned yet, but I'm not far out of Calanus. From what I hear, Father's irate. We'll see what this does.
I guess I would send one more just to to give some more update. Yes, I'm sure he is rather upset. We're back in Seaquen now. The short route. We sent out again here soon, I hear, on a mission to destroy a Regesian weapon. I think something Leska's cooked up. Let you know more when I hear.
Since I'm sending the message, I add in, do you know what the weapon is?
Sorry, I'm not laughing at you. We heard a door from upstairs, and Cassie went over to the stairs to see what was going on. And as she got to the stairs, Milo strolled down the last stair and meowed up at her. Just like, what? I haven't heard of anything out of the ordinary, but with Leska, anything is possible. That woman has researched more than I dare think anyone has in their life. I think that's all. I don't think there needs to be anything else to say.
Thank you, Bryn. That's all.
Of course.
You, anything, just let me know. I'll be around.
Okay. Probably send you on a couple shopping trips to get my components.
Oh, sure.
For a certain
Some chocolates.
lore of legends that was source.
Exactly. Yeah, that's all for me. That was literally the only thing I was thinking I'd do if there was time.
Okay. Well, we stretched this out into almost an entire another episode.
I love it.
But soon enough, 6 days have passed.
Rev doesn't have anything else? Oh, okay.
Did
Cool.
his purple worm research.
Did I have something else? Is there something I'm forgetting?
And he was with Bryn, bless you, for a night.
We did
we had-
spend an evening with Bryn.
Stars.
Oh.
Not a night.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, phrasing.
Couple hours.
Sorry,
Hush.
Cameo.
New food.
For ramen. Maybe?
What?
I don't know. Is it ramen? It looked like a ramen bowl to me.
It looked like ramen.
Ramen or pho?
Yes. Well, it's not ramen, but it's close to.
Looks delicious.
Oh, yeah. Anyways.
Soon enough, 6 days have passed. And 6 nights. And it is time for the heroes to gather together with the Council of War. I think I'd kind of briefly gone over this last time, but we'll go over it again here. So as you arrive into the conference room at a higher level of the Lyceum Academy, you find dozens of major players in the war gathered. At one large table, you have Headmaster Simeon with Kiernan and the elderly dwarf commander, Xavius Fobane, which is also an awesome name.
Sure is.
At nearby tables, you sit there seated the representatives of Dassin, Duke Gallo at the head. Sindare is also represented by Ambassador Noomhout, his name is, and the Wayfarers with Guildmistress Larkins. There's another table with seats reserved for you all, the lot of you, the protectors of the past. There's also a ring around the room of others in attendance, with guards, swordsmen, and sorcerers who watch every entrance to this particular conference room. The final two people who I'd mentioned last time are two representatives from Ostalin, or at least that region, monks from the Monastery of Two Winds. One dressed in black and one dressed in white. I'd previously said they were both in black and then tried to correct myself, I believe, last time. So As you arrive, everyone tries to call out to you. You get numerous people asking to see the torch, to hold it. Can we? All this sort of thing. But before you can even respond, Simeon responds first. It says, "As we all know, nerves are quite raw right now. Anyone that is accosting these heroes will be treated as an enemy and ejected from the meeting without question. Please, keep your hands and your queries to yourselves, and let's keep focus on this council. The meeting is starting soon. Please, everyone, take your seats. Take your seats. Good. Clap, 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 clap. Kind of bring everyone to. As Simeon calls the meeting to order, Kiernan places his black stone scepter on the table, which, if you remember from long ago... Oops, drop my chapstick on the ground. If you remember from long ago, keeps the area nearby safe from prying ears, eyes, and attacks. Simeon nods his thanks to Kiernan and then speaks. All right, friends, let's get to business. You all should have been briefed about the situation. We have the torch in our possession. He breaks momentarily for a brief round of applause and cheering that erupts from around the room as he says this.
I use Minor Illusion to kind of stoke it, make it a little louder, like pumping, cheering into the stadium.
Humorously, it doesn't work.
Oh.
Dick. None of that.
No fun in here. No fun.
Serious talky stuff.
No fun league.
Though, according to what Sheena and... What should we call you? Mistress Bryn? Mrs.?
Just Bryn is fine.
Yes. From what Sheena and Bryn have been able to ascertain so far, it appears it's not quite as strong as it was when it belonged to Colton yet. I know you all want us to start attacking the rags in your neck of the woods, but we have a more urgent matter. He looks towards your table. The papers that you brought us make several references to Krevin, the biggest dog on Leska's leash. What we know is he's the head of the Inquisitors, now that she has become Emperor, or Empress. It seems the reason we have not seen much of him recently is that Leska placed him in charge of a new project. The Chief Inquisitor's mastery of magic is now providing a sort of focus to a magical device the Regessians have worked up. They refer to this device by the code name of Scourged. Kiernan can give you more details. The dwarf steps up, and when he speaks, his tone is of measured concern. The papers make numerous references to a subterranean prison in an icy wasteland near a landmark called the Frost Needle's Eye. The eye is the entrance to a steep-walled valley in northern Regessia. We believe this prison is where all of the mages captured by the Regessians have been taken for the past several months. And the Scourge is built over top of that prison, somehow drawing their power into an eldritch device. This sword Regessia has hanging over our heads is more formally called the Corin Obelisk. It is a pillar of ice, designed to focus and empower magic. A spellcaster who knows the secrets of its use could send a spell through its icy heart to emerge practically anywhere, and to affect many more targets than normal. If Leska could simply snuff the life from our heads, from the heads of state in every city she dislikes, well, the war ends, doesn't it? We lose. Being as our streets do not yet run red with blood, clearly the scourge has not been finished yet. Evidence points to it being near to done, and we expect they have entered the fine-tuning phase of their work. Traditional divinations are useless, because the entire facility where it is housed is warded against such magic. But through more unorthodox channels, we have learned that Creven has been summoning devils and sending them on far-ranging missions to test the obelisk's ability to target and strike from afar. We suspect we have a month at the absolute most. Kiernan steps back and Simeon nods thanks, then gestures for the other dwarf, Xavius Phobane, to speak. The man stands and gestures to the center of the room, as an aide standing nearby chants a spell, and Kiernan clicks his device twice, briefly. And as he does, an illusion of a vast valley and surrounding terrain appears in a small circle in the very center of the room. Jack, if you tried, the rest of the room is still warded anti-magic. He has merely created a small pocket in the middle that is allowed, in case you're curious.
Read my mind.
Why did he get to do it?
I was about to do shenanigans. Hey, wait, since you broke your stride, what was the place called? In Northern Regesia?
Frost Needles.
Oh, the Frost Needle's Eye. Yes.
Eye.
Okay, continue.
This is the Scourge Fortress's valley, Xavius says, at least as it looked a few years ago. We've modified it with information from the stolen plans and knowledge gleaned from soldiers abducted outside the Scourge Valley. The place is not huge, just 4 miles across, but has cliff walls too steep to bring any force through, and only one avenue of approach, through the Frost Needle's Eye, which has been fortified. An ice sheet beneath that fortress is used to scry on the entire valley, detecting those who breach its borders. It seems that the divination shield does not hinder the Regesians' own magic, and that there are many other wards. The Scourge Fortress has its own self-sufficient army of elite soldiers. Many are inquisitors. Apparently, the inner lands are interwoven with magic fields that strike down those who are not loyal to Regesia. Likewise, he looks towards Bryn briefly, direct teleportation is... I lost my place in this discussion. I totally lost it. Into the valley simply fails. There it is. I found the sentence I was reading. These defenses are mighty, but not impregnable. As works of magic, they can be dispelled, suppressed, and claimed as our own. In the center of the valley is a bunker, with the prison dug deep into the stone beneath it. The obelisk is inside this bunker, no doubt heavily guarded. Even if we could get an army into the valley, overwhelming forces win us nothing against such a small target. So, we will have a different approach. While the torch will not let us teleport an entire army in one swoop, if we use it in conjunction with the power of the Wayfarers, as Sheena has been able to work on these past days, we are able to create a temporary teleportation circle, and those passing through it will be protected from the heat of the burning sky. With proper preparation, we can easily get a force of several thousand into position outside of the valley. Though we have no illusions about avoiding detection by the Regessian. Indeed, that is part of the plan. The army will march against the Frost Needle's Eye and claim the scrying sheet to blind the Regessians. We hope to draw the bulk of those forces guarding the inner bunker, while a strike force sneaks into the valley and attacks said bunker directly. Xavius looks once more towards your table. If our ruse works, you should be able to enter the prison practically unchallenged and destroy their machine. Will you do this?
I'll stand up and look around at the rest of the room and say, well, for those that haven't met, I'm Jack. We're the Protectors of the Past. Very warm greetings. If this is what must be done, we haven't said no yet.
I do feel it is important that you make an appearance at the initial attack as well. If you are not present, we fear the suspicions will grow too obvious. And they will see that there is a ruse, a plan in place. The idea is, once the scrying sheet is disabled, you'll be able to slip away for the main fortress, while the rest of us brace for the attack.
Good plan.
Before any more discussions can start, the two monks from the Monastery of Two Winds stand up. Their voices loud and imposing as they do so. Please pardon our interruption, says a white-robed monk. We have information that you are lacking that should influence your plans. If you'll permit us to deliver a message from our master. Some in the council look nervous. None protest, though for a moment Simeon glances towards you, looking for assent.
Master or masters?
The message is from one, in this case.
Which one?
It is from Hylas.
I forget which one was he.
He wanted to fight.
Oh, he was the black robe guy. Okay. Sure. Go ahead.
If you do not mind, Mr. Steckert, we will require the aura brought down briefly, as he wishes to speak directly.
Why isn't he here?
It will be clear why he is not here when he speaks.
Oh boy.
Steckert kind of looks towards Simeon. Simeon glances towards you, and then says, no, they're here as allies. Kiernan, take it down for now. We will listen to hear what he has to say.
I get my hand on my wand and get ready to summon Parallax.
After a moment, the black-robed monk pulls out what looks to be an expressionless black mask from his pocket and holds it into the air. And as he releases it, the mask hovers in the air, slowly taking on a vaguely human-like countenance, resembling the Master of the East Winds, Hylas. You have done a very good job. I'd applaud if my hands were there. However, you have not seen the current defenses of the fortress. Don't know if the rumors have spread, but I have been engaged in the crafting of a flying ship. Where your divinations have failed, my more traditional eye has been watching this fortress from high overhead.
The shark!
Strange how rarely Regessians tend to look upwards. The Regessians already threatened the monastery my brother and I have strived to make a place of enlightenment, so we wish to offer our aid, if you'll have us. A score of our students have volunteered for your fight, and I personally offer to remain overhead during the battle. Alas, my airship has no weapons that would be of use in this mission, but I am confident that my timely reconnaissance, which can help you prepare for the Regessian forces, will be of valuable aid. I offer this with no terms, merely that you bear me goodwill in this war's aftermath.
You were working with me.
Working with Kayla.
Who was working with me?
Is the mask waiting for a response, or does it just shut up?
It's waiting, as though, like, everyone around the room is nervous and looking around, but most of them are looking towards you.
I feel for the sake of openness and honesty amongst our group, we've seen this airship before, and we suspect that it was constructed with the help of a student of Eamon Ming's.
A student of Eamon Ming? Find you mistaken. This airship is of my creation.
Do we not think that's what Kayla was working on?
No, Kayla wasn't a student of Eamon Ming, though.
She was working with him, we think.
Eamon Ming was just hanging out there for a second. He was trying to do his own thing.
But there was all the...
I'm trying to...
Tanks.
I'm trying to connect all the
tanks.
pieces, because it's...
Yeah,
Yeah, I
this is
know.
where we don't have all the pieces. There's still something fishy about the monks, but we don't know what the link is.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, this decision is so difficult.
I think we can draw some...
I say we just accept their deal and then take what comes, but...
Well, it's not like we can say, no, it's a flying ship. Like, we can't shoot it down or something, so we don't really have a...
I think where we...
How about this? In connection. Some connection to Eamon Ming.
Was that a question?
No, it was like a correction on what I said.
Oh, okay.
What was your connection to Lee Seideneth?
Lee Seideneth. Don't believe that I know the name. Honestly.
Insight check on the mask. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah, for real.
You could try to.
I want to too.
I feel like we all would.
Yeah.
Eamon Ming visited your labs. Eamon Ming worked with Lee Seideneth to try to destroy this city. So I thought you might know something about the both of them, why they were working with Regesia to destroy the city, and why you might also want to see Seaquen destroyed.
It is true. I did work briefly with Eamon Ming. The man sought me out. We consulted briefly on research and methodology, but beyond that, our relationship was brief. As for his efforts, be they what they were, at attacking Seaquen, I can let you know I have no ill will towards the city.
21
In
insight.
fact, I would say that cooperation now is the best way to avoid distrust later, while I understand your hesitancy to work with me.
Yeah, you did have Kayla try to kill us.
The mask is almost impossible to get a reading off of.
Figured.
I had no
29.
such things. Kayla acted of her own regard.
What what is in your Forbidden Valley?
Oh.
I believe you've already been there. You've seen the research station that I worked at. I worked there, and I researched there along with Aim and Ming. We worked on the same things. We were biomancy specialists. This is nothing new. In fact, there's nothing you can say that will cause any judgment here. Biomancy was an open profession within your city just recently.
Who is the Thunder Child that you hide in your prison?
Smacks of divination. I don't know. I call no one Thunder Child.
You have a prison. You have someone there. Who's in it?
I have no prison that I have from you. You have seen the most secretive things I keep.
A prison upon a tomb? Doesn't ring a bell.
Not at this time.
Oh.
I can look into the Thunderchild for you if you'd like, but it does not ring a bell right now.
I'll nudge Rev and say, I might know something about that. But I think we should accept his offer.
Well, frankly, we don't really have the ability to stop a flying ship from doing whatever it wants. So...
Oh. Well, maybe not totally, but I will say, I know that the entire valley is covered by a forbiddance ward. And well, nice. And well, being that my ship is a living creature of some sort, it's simply too risky for me to get my ship too close to this ward. Could have nasty consequences.
I was just looking into that as something that might benefit us here. So this area, this valley then isn't very big at all. But that ward only covers part of the valley then.
The valley is warded in its entirety.
Oh. But with the Forbiddance one.
Yes.
Oh, dang. They've done a lot of work.
So then what do you hope to assist us with?
Reconnaissance and information mainly. But if you'll take my offer, I offer you to keep the mask with you. It will do nothing until you speak to it intentionally, and if you do, you can talk with me whenever you want. Though I do politely request that you not bother me too often with frivolous comments.
No deal.
You don't have to. It's your offer.
And what is he offering us again?
Recon.
Information. The thing that wars are won and lost with.
So he already has the information.
How about this?
He's offering information so that he's viewed in a good light after the war.
Yeah.
How about he gives us the information and we continue to view him with suspicion?
I've already given you some information. What I'm offering you is a live eye in the sky at all times during this effort. You don't think it's important to know where troops are headed at any given time?
Got a point.
If you know where and when your forces will be attacked, quite an advantage.
Is there some kind of magical binding or contract that you want us to sign?
No contracts, like I said. All that I look for is goodwill in the future. Seek to make reparations for any ill that you have against me.
Sure. All right, fine. I mean, honestly, that's a great deal because, like, whatever.
Yeah.
We're going to treat him however we want later. Who cares?
Yeah.
This is all aside, by the way. I'm not, of course, telling him this.
Red's not just
Although,
mouthing off.
fuck it, I just might. No, this is a great deal. We'll take it. There's no contract, whatever.
But we take it with suspicion.
Oh yeah, this guy is. I don't like this guy at all. I think something's wrong with him.
I mean, I don't know what the over-under is on the eye thing turn into like a death beam that blows up our whole army, but there's not a whole lot we can do to stop it anyway, so we might as well just say okay.
Just be wary.
Excellent.
Yep.
Well, you can contact me whenever you'd like through this mask.
Don't worry, we will.
And at that, the face becomes nondescript once more, as the magic linking it to Pylus is dismissed, and it flutters down into the hands of the acolyte once more, who walks forward with it and sets it on the desk before Simeon, Kiernan, and Xavius. At that, Kiernan clicks his staff twice more to re-enable the aura around everyone. And the discussions turn more logistical in nature. The discussions briefly start to talk about how to get this army together, who it will be made of, this sort of thing. There's some butting of heads with various groups of the resistance not wanting to offer too many soldiers to this mission, this sort of thing. And just as you start to zone out and stop paying that close of attention to the specifics on exactly who is sending how many troops where and how they're getting there, a thunderous noise fills the air. Screams rise up from the streets below, and the sounds of breaking glass reigns above them all, as a hail of ice strikes the entire city at once. For a period of seconds that seems to last a lifetime, simultaneously, everyone in the room, aside from you and whoever is sitting right next to you, is stunned, in place, shocked. Not just emotionally shocked, but physically stunned in place, as a strange and mournful song fills the air for a moment, then fades, its tune reminiscent of the Song of Forms. Frost forms its lattice work over the windows and the floor with unnatural suddenness, and then the windows and the doors burst open as blizzard elementals slide in to attack. And that is where we will end things for tonight's session.